A hit song is mainly about the success of the song, but with bangers, it's more of the catchiness, the energy, dancing to it, sort of.
A banger is a banger, but not all bangers become hit songs.
Yeah, that's
hit
facts.
songs are hit songs to me are like really popular songs. They are almost viral. Like everybody knows the song, everybody can sing the song. It's a hit song. Hit songs are not always bangers, and bangers don't always become hit songs. And then sometimes a banger is a hit song.
Yeah, that's fact.
Tell us about the importance of collaboration.
I mean, I think it's important, but I don't think it's like a necessity. It's important in terms of like exploring genres, exploring artist creativity, tapping into new sounds, tapping into new markets.
I think if anyone wants to collaborate with anybody on a song, they should think about the cohesiveness first, because
the chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I can hear it when I can tell that this artist and this artist, when they came together to make the song, like they had so much fun working on it together.
Hi guys, the name is Kojo Jr. and I'm your host, and this is Play It Right Podcast, a Ghanaian music podcast where we dive deep into essential issues that any or every music producer or anyone in the music industry or any creative should know about. And I'm here with my guest. I have Meg on my left and Anthony on my right. Meg.
Hi.
Anthony.
Yo. Yeah.
Meg, I have a question, Meg.
Mm-hmm.
So the Meg. Now I want us to talk about Meg.
I told you not to ask about my name.
I'm the host. I can ask anything.
My name is Meg, and that is it. You can call me Meg. Some people call me OMG, it's Meg. Some people call me Meg the Badass. Some people just say the Stallion. I take all of them.
I prefer the Stallion.
You like the Stallion?
Yeah.
I also like the Stallion. So.
I want the full Meg.
Just Meg.
Okay, so it looks like she's going to stick with just
I'm
Meg.
owing people if they know my government name is trouble.
Never mind. So that's Meg on my left, and this is Anthony. Anthony,
Yeah, bro.
can you tell us about yourself?
Well, like I said, a music enthusiast, avid listener, and sometimes I write reviews on albums and stuff. Yeah, that's basically me.
So when you say music enthusiast, what does it entail? Do you invest? Do you produce? Do you listen to music and give your honest reviews? And
I listen to music and give my honest reviews, and I just have like a deep interest in music. I think most people are just like passive listeners. I take time to kind of like listen, to know the production, people who are producing the song, the labels and stuff. Yeah, basically that's...
Okay, so would you call yourself an honest person?
Yeah, in some situations.
In some situations?
Yeah.
Okay, since you are an honest person, I want you to give me one not so good song that blew in Ghana. Not so good. I'm not going to say trash because they
not
really
so good. Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. A song that blew. Was it a hit or a banger?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of like asking that question.
Any song that's not so good, but it's out there.
Putu by Stonebwoy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really say anything in that song, but it was a banger. It is a banger.
Like you just said. He didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Meg.
Talk to me.
Meg, I know you. We know each other. I know Meg. And the thing is, I really don't know what Meg does. She does a lot of things. Like I've seen her do a lot of things. Like one moment she's here, the next moment like she's making impact, doing things. You can see her doing things, but I really don't know.
What have you seen her do?
Yes.
Like what have you seen her do?
Work with artists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Work with a radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Work with creatives, content creators, influencers. Meg.
Actors.
She writes.
Okay.
This girl.
But in all of it, there's one underlying thing: music. I work in a lot of spaces, but then it's always connected to music because, like he said, if you look in my bio, I put music enthusiast there as well because I'm a music enthusiast. I love music.
Yeah.
And I'm also not one person to stay in a particular role for too long. I like to learn, but then I prefer going into spaces that's connected with music. Yeah. So then I'm a freelance writer. I do music PR. I do PR for creatives too, and then brands. I work at Polo Beach Club. on the entertainment and marketing team. That one is new, eh? I
I
was
didn't
at
even
Guide
know that.
Radio as the programs manager for some time. I do content producing. So then it's anything that's connected to music, basically.
She's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, I'm a music street hustler. That's what I like to call myself.
Okay, you do this, you do that.
Hustler.
I also do my best.
We all do our best.
Yeah.
Guys, so today's topic is about relevance of collaboration, creating a hit song versus a banger. So it's basically collaboration, relevance of it, the importance of collaboration, and a hit song and a banger. We'll talk about that. But before we even start, what's a hit song and what's a banger?
So what's a hit song and a banger? I think on our
Before we start that, I want you to tell us about the importance of collaboration. What do you think
I mean, I think it's important, but I don't think it's like a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
It's important in terms of like exploring genres, exploring artist creativity, tapping into new sounds, tapping into new markets. I mean, in this new age of streaming and stuff, how to enter someone's market is basically like featuring an act from another, like American acts are featuring South American acts and even African acts. It's all encompassing like entering like, new markets basically. So I think it's important in terms of like numbers, success, growing fan bases and stuff, and even like making good music also.
Okay, I get that. Meg, I really want to mention that your full name.
Don't mention Mike, just say Meg.
Okay.
Do
Meg.
not ruin it for me.
Okay, Meg. Sorry. So what do you think
About collaborations.
Yes.
I personally love collaborations. I like to see collaborations because then I love to listen to music and I really enjoy it when like there's some cohesion, like two artists come together and it's like so amazing. I love to see that. I believe in collaboration in everything. And like Anthony was saying, right, most of the time the collaborations are they're for strategic reasons. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes it can just be purely for the fact that, hey, like we are both really good and then we make good music. But I wouldn't say that nobody should collaborate at all or people should reduce collaborations. I just think that it should be encouraged more because what's better than one thing, like two? I mean, if you have one boyfriend and you have two boyfriends, two is always better.
Wow.
So collaborations are always like really necessary.
No, wait, what?
Wow.
This is a music podcast. Let's not go into that part. But then I think collaborations are like amazing and I'm always looking forward to like hearing remixes or two artists on a song. So shout out to collaborations for you. You're still stuck on the boyfriend.
Okay. Let's move on. So there are artists that do bets or like they are really good on their own when they feature no one on their album. Like it goes really, really far.
Yeah, J. Cole. I think J. Cole had like an album that did platinum numbers, but like he had no features on the album. I think it was Forest Hills Drive. I don't know if
Forest Hills Drive. Yeah.
I think Blacko's album. I think he featured just one artist on that album.
It was a remix with Burna Boy. That was the only.
The villain I never.
Yeah,
watched.
I think that was the only feature on that album. I'm not really sure. Someone should
That
check.
album was very, very good. People didn't really like it at first, but it grew on people. Yeah.
But people didn't like it at first.
Yeah.
I might be part of those people.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah.
Music enthusiast.
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened?
Like, I think you see, sometimes you need to know if something is for you or you like it needs to grow on you, sort of. I think, and sometimes even the mood to even listen to the music can determine whether you like the song or not. I think I don't know. I was somewhere and I was listening to Toxic Something Love. I've forgotten the title of the track. I was like,
Toxic Love City.
yeah,
Yes.
I think that was the record. I was like, yo, is this on Black Sherry's album? They were like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And I went to like kind of listen to the whole album. I'm like, oh, okay, this is good. I actually thought it was just like a shouting act when the video of him like holding cutlass and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first sermon and then
Yeah,
the
that's-
second
that-
sermon.
I mean,
Someone said,
when I was in
"Boy,
school, I
we
think-
know you're
yeah.
crowd."
When I was in school, I heard of some Money track. I think I heard it
Money,
in passing.
money, where you
yeah.
did.
But I didn't really know of him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw that whole cutlass. I'm like, who is this guy? I said, Nenia bro, I also.
But I love the way he transitioned to that though, because then I knew of Black Sheriff before he got like his first hit. And I had an idea of what his sound was because of the songs that he was dropping.
Like Uncle Nam.
But yes, but I was a bit worried about the sound because of like he was so young, and I felt like you're so young. Why are you
what
making?
have you been through that just
Yeah, like why are you making like such really? They're really sad, like emotional songs.
Well, he's a sad boy.
Yeah, but then now look at what he's shown. Like he's shown us that like he's way more than that.
He used
So
to make
then
songs for sad boys.
however, or whatever reason that led him to the first sermon, I think that was very necessary. And when he did the first, I thought like that was wonderful.
I actually didn't like the first whatever those sermon. I didn't
First
really
sermon.
Yeah.
What I didn't like, right, was, and that's actually connected to the collaborations thing. There was it a second sermon. He did 2 sermons, right?
Yeah, the second sermon.
There
I think
was
the second
one-
one was the one he was holding a cutlass.
No.
Really?
The first one was the one with the cutlass. That one you could tell that like he was a new artist and you could see his. But then the second one,
boys in the house.
yeah,
Okay,
the
with the
second one, I don't know
bounce.
how Philly up Kakra. That second sermon, there was a portion that there was a part about that second sermon that I didn't really like, because then I felt like it would have done better if they moved it to another side. I wish I could play the song right now and then we'll take like there was a part that it just does. Even now when I listen to it, it doesn't. It feels like it didn't sit right, but then because everybody was like
Bumping.
fucking with the sound, yes, they just felt like, oh yeah, this is also it. So I don't think the second sermon is so good, but
I feel the same way. I
yeah,
never really was crazy about it.
Guys, I'm a very, very big Blacko fan.
we know.
I'm a very, 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 very big Blacko fan. So let me tell you about what happened in Kumasi. A radio station opened in Kumasi. It was new. It was new in Kumasi, and someone linked me to it. So I got there and I told this lady, say, I was always reading the entertainment news for the lady, and I told her, say, there's a next big thing about to pop up in Ghana. That's the next Kwame Eugene. He might even be bigger than Kwame Eugene. And I was told, say, oh, he's your friend. That's why you want to put him on. Then. So I begged, and I DM'd Blacko, and
So
I
you
got
knew
his
him
number.
before, like-
No, I didn't know him.
Oh,
I just liked his music and all that. So I DM'd him and said, oh, Charlie, I won't make you do some interview with this radio station because you get some on them. Will you link me a number? I take it up. I had to beg for that woman to call him and interview him. So after everything, they didn't really have the relationship. So she was the first person to link him in Kumasi. I don't know if that was his first radio interview in Kumasi. Imagine if you created that bond with him. Like right now, you'd be having access to him or with interviews and all that.
Oh,
They
come
didn't do
on.
that.
But it's, you see, the thing about Blacko is that, right, it was a collective, I feel like it was a collective effort from everybody in the industry. You know, though sometimes people were fighting over who made him blow. I think it was just
Kali J and Co.
little, yes.
Nobody
It
made
was,
Blacko
it was
blue.
bits and
Nobody
pieces.
made Blacko.
It was bits and pieces, because at the time Blacko became popular, I was working at Aftown. So I was also doing my part.
Wait,
like,
now
It
you
was
after.
a
yeah, I was
streaming
Aftown,
platform.
the streaming platform.
Yeah.
Yes, I was working there at that time. I was creating content for them. So then when he dropped Ankonam and this, we did some content. He did some music.
There's a song
breakdown.
called Ankonam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're really good
You need
songs.
to listen to the old Blacko.
But
I
when
don't know. I like the Toxic City
the
Love.
Toxic
Yeah, that's my favorite
Love
song from him.
City, yeah, that-
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of Blacko. Nobody made Blacko. I'm not going to like Blacko did it on his own.
yeah, everybody came together. Like
Yeah.
everybody just came together and believed in him, and then they blew it up.
Everybody helped in his or her own way, but nobody made Blacko. That one thing. So before we move forward, I want to ask you guys your opinions about the difference between a hit song and a banger. What's a hit song and what's a banger?
It's funny because we actually had this convo on like a pod we used to do. I don't know the state of the pod now, but a hit song is mainly about the success of the song. I mean, they both can define like the popularity of the song, but hit songs, because even a movie can be a hit in terms of like box office numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
So a hit is more about the success of the song. But with bangers, it's more of the catchiness, the energy, like dancing to it, sort of. That's, like a banger, in my opinion.
In your opinion, Meg?
Yeah.
A banger is a banger. When you hear a banger,
That's funny.
You see,
What does that mean?
no,
That's
a banger
really
is when
funny.
you hear a banger, like it should kill. I don't know if everyone experiences music like this. I experience music in my whole being. So if I really like a song, it evokes some kind of emotion within me. When I hear a banger, like I feel like, damn,
You can tell.
Yes,
That's
like
a banger.
this is a banger. But not all bangers become hit songs.
Yeah, that's
hit
facts.
songs are hit songs to me are like really popular songs. They are almost viral. Like everybody knows the song, everybody can sing the song. It's a hit song. Hit songs are not always bangers, and bangers don't always become hit songs.
Yeah.
And then sometimes a banger is a hit song.
Yeah, that's facts.
This is all so confusing. So let's put it in simpler terms, like layman terms. Would you say a hit song is a song that travels outside our borders? Let's say a Ghanaian song, let's say
If I use
One Corner. Was One Corner a hit song?
it was a hit. That's for sure. I don't know if it was a...
It was a hit song and then it
Yeah.
became viral. If you ask me, if it goes beyond the borders of Ghana, then we can say it is viral, but it is also a hit. So a hit song, you have to become a hit song before it becomes viral. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So like Patapa song, it was a hit song.
Yeah, it was a hit song.
Because it was a hit here. Like when you play it, then everybody starts dancing.
Everyone knew about the song.
But I wouldn't say it was a banger. That song used to piss me off.
Wait. Patapa's One Corner was a hit song,
It was a
Yeah,
hit
it was
song.
a hit song.
but it wasn't a banger.
It wasn't a
It
banger.
wasn't a banger.
It wasn't a banger.
So
It was actually quite noisy.
I can actually argue that, and this is no shade at all to Kwame Eugene, because I like Kwame Eugene. I feel like I like songs in the capacity that they are made. Like, okay, I know that this song is, like you mentioned Putu earlier.
Yeah.
I don't really like the song, but I understand
But you
how the song
yeah,
is
yeah.
nice and I can
It's
enjoy
catchy.
what it
it.
was made
It's
for.
catchy.
Yeah.
Somebody is good.
Kwame Eugene, I'll say that Kwame Eugene makes hit songs, but it's not every Kwame Eugene song that's a banger to me.
Okay.
Do you understand? There are some that's like they are cool, like they're bangers, but it's not every Kwame Eugene song that's a banger, but it will be a hit song.
So now I want us to differentiate between a hit song and a banger, so that when I mention a song, you say, "Oh, this is a hit song.
That's
oh, this is
why-
a banger."
Like if you look at the markets overseas, they mostly use like the chart positions to kind of like judge a hit song, you know, like the success and stuff. If it's been on number one for like 4 weeks or whatever,
That's a
it's basically like a hit song. But you can have like a banger, and most times overseas they use like bangers for like clubs and stuff. A song that can like control the tempo of a mood in a club, you know, sort of like people are dancing to it, you know. I think it will be easier for you to do it that way.
Okay, I have a question. So a banger can just be a song that blows up in a community, let's say a Ghana community. When you go to a Ghana community, they have like crazy artists there.
They have
I don't know.
serious bangers.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
so that's a banger.
They have their
Yes.
own world basically.
So it's a banger.
Yeah,
Banger.
you
But it's
can
not
have
a hit song.
Yeah.
Because hit songs, you see, you can judge hit songs by their successful rate. Like they have to be successful. So you
Yeah.
see, he mentioned charts. So right now, let's say right now you drop a song, we'll determine it's a hit song if it is topping charts.
Yeah.
It is on radio stations. Maybe you get some awards. Like you see,
Yeah.
like there are certain things that you can use to judge that, okay,
Crossing
as long
borders.
as it's successful,
Yeah.
yes, then it's a hit song.
Okay, I want to mention like 3 songs. I want you guys to group it into a hit song and a
Banger
banger.
or hit.
Kimpaluta ye.
Which song is it? Oh, no,
You know what's funny?
It's Kimpaluta ye. Yes. Eko ye mama.
Hit song or a banger. Do you know what? Let's take that song off the board for the moment.
But I said 3 songs and I just mentioned that song. You want to take the song that I mentioned off the board.
Yeah.
Kimpaluta, what's the title of the song?
Makoma or something, yeah.
Banger.
Ah.
I think that is a banger. That's the latest song that he released, right? That he has a video and he's dancing in his singlet. And he's like, oh my
I get
God,
it.
such a banger. I love that song.
I love it, but I find it annoying.
Why?
Well, that's what makes it a banger and
Do you
hit
know
song.
what? To be very honest, there's a
I
guy.
feel like that song is a hit song.
There's a guy
It's an
on
amazing
TikTok.
song.
He's a gym sort of guy, and he's always dancing to that song.
Oh, the guy who has
And
been
like, I don't
shaking
know.
his CC. Yeah.
He makes it very.
I know, you see, macho man, the macho.
Yeah.
Kojo Junior has been gymming.
I just
Then
started
he
working
become-
out. I don't want to be a macho man. I just want to have my...
I like making jokes at
Do you
macho
know what?
men.
I think.
Why do you hate macho men?
Oh, no, not at all.
I think Adonai by Sarkodie was a hit song. I think Essence, Wizkid and Thames was a hit song. Bangers. I think City Boys by Burna Boy was a banger. In my opinion, you can
Is this song a banger or a hit song?
tell me. I want to know.
Remes
Calm down.
songs, no, like the one
Ozeba.
with Ozeba.
So noisy.
I think it's more of a banger.
It's a banger,
Yeah, I
right?
think it's more
It's
of a
a banger
banger,
and a
yeah.
hit song.
Nah, I don't think it's a hit song.
I think it's getting to the point where we can call it a hit song, but I don't think it's there yet.
It's not there yet.
I don't know. That's what I think. I think it will be there.
Well, Anthony, you mentioned Essence.
Yeah.
I think it was Wizkid and
Thames.
Thames.
Yeah.
So this brings up my question. Do you think collaborations helps in making a song go viral or making a song a hit song in a banger collaboration?
That's quite a nuanced topic because what is the purpose of the collab in the first place? Was it like just a duet, sort of like two creative people joining their talents to make like a beautiful record? You know, if you are putting both your talent on show, I think you're going to make like a beautiful record and people are going to. Even sometimes the energy you put in the song can reflect in how people receive the song, you know? So, like I said, but in this age also, people are using like market and stuff to kind of do collabs and stuff. Like, if I feature this act, I'll get numbers there, so let's do that. So,
for Essence, right? Can I say this? Not to cut you. For Essence, I feel like Essence was an intentional effort. This is purely based on feelings. I think it was an intentional effort by Wizkid to
blow the song or to record.
Yes, because at that time when
Thames
Essence
wasn't big.
Thames wasn't big.
Yeah.
But Thames had some buzz because she
Yeah.
had dropped her project, right? So then everybody
Yeah.
knew, okay, there's this dope ass
Yeah.
girl. And if you notice, when did Essence drop as a single first or it dropped with the project?
No, it dropped with Made in Lagos.
It dropped it. And if you notice, like I don't know, maybe I was paying attention, I was just reading into things too much, but then I feel like they deliberately kept pushing
the song.
Essence. Yes.
Yeah.
They kept pushing it still, then and because it was a good song, it easily caught on and then
Yeah.
everyone. So I really think that Wizkid made an intentional effort to help.
I think he
push.
made an intentional effort to push the song, but in terms of like going out to record the song with Thames, I feel like it was more
That
like
one was
a creative.
purely based on
Yeah,
creative. Yes,
yeah,
I believe that.
yeah.
It was purely based on creativity.
Yeah.
So, in other words, you're trying to say collaboration actually helps with making bangers and hit songs.
Yeah, they do all the
But
time.
not always.
Do you know
All
what?
the-
I think I was watching an interview and they were saying that like no one knows how to create a hit song. No one knows how to create like a banger sort of.
I think Kwame
I mean,
Eugene knows how
people
to.
know-
Sometimes
create
they like
bangers.
there's a formulaic sort of steps to follow to kind of like create a banger. If you have like a knocking beat, some dance here and there, probably you get it. But in terms of like, I don't want to kind of like just bring the purpose of a collaboration to just having a hit or a banger. There are some kind of like some looses on albums that are collabs that are very good, but they are not made for the purpose of like it being a hit song or a banger. So I don't want to limit the purpose of a collab to just hits or bangers.
If when you do that, that's when you end up with songs like the song with Selena Gomez on it. Was it Selena
Baby,
Gomez?
calm
Raymond
down.
song. Yeah, that's
I didn't
that's,
like that one.
I think
Yes.
it was just for numbers' sake. You can tell.
Yes,
Because it made a song
It was
bigger.
an intentional effort that, you know what, let's make this song
Yeah.
more
So
of
that
a
we can
hit
tap
song.
into each other's
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys share an example of a collaboration that resulted in a hit song or a banger?
Collaboration that resulted in a hit song.
In a hit song. So I want you to mention like
I think we are not tied to
Ghanaian.
just songs from Ghana.
no.
Yeah.
But I want you to mention one from Ghana and one from outside.
I'm from
So
Ghana.
collaboration that
I mean, I'll go back to Sarkodie and Castro.
Adonai.
Adonai.
That was so
A
good.
collaboration that turned in because it was actually a remix. There was an old Adonai track that it didn't really do well.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
Yeah.
so the remix made it. Okay,
the remix
okay.
made it
That's a good example.
like a hit song. Overseas, I would say Save Your Tears by The Weeknd and Ariana Grande.
Save your
Tears,
tears
yeah.
for
I feel like it was
another
good on the album, but I think when the remix came out, it kind of propelled
Made it
the song
better.
and gave it life, sort of.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Meg,
Asking me for examples is like really tough because then it's hard for me to come up with one off the top of my head. like a song that was really good and then a remix made it better. Honestly, right now I cannot come up with one off the top of my head. But per the examples that he gave, like those are like perfect examples, because then the Adonai that you mentioned, like this, the song was good, but then the remix made it better.
Yeah, and bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we talk about collaboration, do you think there are some elements that people consider before they collaborate with other artists, or that will make them think, oh, this song would do good? Let's say if I want to collaborate with you, I'll think about how you rap or your voice or something like that. Do you think?
I think I've watched a lot of interviews from acts where some people just go off like trying to like create a nice song based on like they've heard something from this person's like I really want to tap into that, you know. And like now lots of people are just doing collabs for numbers, you know. So
well, it's business.
That to that though, I don't like that. It's a good idea, but then I usually don't like that. I think if anyone wants to collaborate with anybody on a song, they should think about the cohesiveness first, because
the chemistry.
Yes, because I think I can hear it when I can tell that this artist and this artist, when they came together to make the song, like they had so much fun working on it together. So because of that, I have some artists that they are like my favorite. Like when I see that they are collaborating on a song, it works. Like let's say in Ghana, Manifest and Walasi, we are still stressing them for an album. I think the two of them, like when they work together, it's obvious. There's the chemistry.
They complement each other. I love Walasi.
Very well. Walasi as an artist, he has this joint project with Drum Roll. Drum Roll is a producer.
Yeah, he's a producer. He produced the song with EL and
there's
Joey B and Papi.
Yes, they have some joint project together. I think that is like Walasi does well with finding like the perfect collaboration.
I think last year he released an album.
Yes, with is it the same Kuban? No, or it is the Lucy, the one with the red cover? Therapy.
Yeah, the one with the red. Therapy.
Perfect features. There's a James Hammond. I didn't even know who he was, but then he's a good singer or instrumentalist or something. The features, like, it's perfect. You hear it and then you can just tell that these people were having fun, or they were enjoying the song. Then when it happens like that, it makes it easy for you to enjoy the song.
Even Sarkodie and Efia, like whenever they come together, you can literally tell, like it's, I don't know, it's just the like chemistry. Yeah, it's just there.
The chemistry, it just makes everything better. Sometimes I think you can tell when an artist was not in the studio with the other artist recording. You can sense the disconnect. But when you are there, it's easy for the artist to be on theme, for you to make the disdain, then like some ad-libs and sounds.
Yeah, I was actually trying to think of a collab that I could feel that, you know, it wasn't it. But I can't really think of one.
A collaboration that didn't work, right?
Yeah, like you can just tell like it was off. So
do you know what? Disconnect.
I want to use him again. I'm not really sure about this answer. Maybe they'll kill me, but Sarkodie and E03. When that collab came out.
Wait. Do you have a thing against Sarkodie?
I actually don't have a thing against Sarkodie, funny enough.
I think it's good to use him as an example.
He's the
one artist everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so still talking about collaborations, do you think a genre of music actually contributes to a hit song? Like if you collaborate with someone, it should be about a genre of...
I think in pop music, collabs in pop music are likely to put out hit songs than bangers. You know, if Taylor Swift is doing something with, let's say, Billie Eilish or Ariana or something.
I don't think it will be Taylor Swift and Billie.
Bro, she's likely to put out a hit song than a banger. I don't even think she has a banger. Maybe Bad Blood, I don't know.
Well, I think she has no
banger. But in terms of like...
She has hit songs.
In terms of like bangers, I feel like in hip hop, you're likely to find collabs that will put out bangers more than hit songs. I'm not sure.
I think Central C and The Baby.
Lil Baby. What's the title? The Band for Band. Yeah,
Band for Band.
Yeah.
That's great. That's the UK and the US.
Yeah. So do you think that song is a hit or a banger?
It's a hit and a banger, Charlie.
You know that song, I was curious to hear what it sounded like because then I wanted to see how Lil Baby was going to move on a drill beat, and I think he killed it.
He did.
I think he killed it because when I listened to that, right, the only thing I wanted to know, how is Lil Baby going to like run on the beats? How is he going to move on? And I think he did a good job. You can tell they were together when they did that.
Yeah. You can tell like they have like some mutual respect for each other.
So the genre of music actually contributes to it being a hit song. Let's say a
I
gospel artist and
I won't say it contributes per se, but like in some genres, like I mean, hip hop itself is quite collaborative. I mean, when you date it back to when hip hop started, it was like people rapping on beats that were used by other people. You kind of like hop on your beat, sort of, and it was likely to churn out more bangers than hit songs. So. But I wouldn't say like this genre is supposed to put out this, just that it's likely to do that.
My internet is not so strong because then I was going to cite Ice Spice as an example. Ice Spice, I don't like Ice Spice. I don't like the way I don't like her music.
I like her a lot.
But she has multiple hit songs. There's one song, I'll say it's a hit song because then her songs go like...
I think she has just one, Munch. That's
and
about it.
The other one about the fat that's like went viral on TikTok and some stuff.
Do you know, I think it's a viral, I don't think it was a hit or a banger.
Do you know who I don't like? Sexy Red.
Oh
you
my
guys
God,
know Sexy Red?
That's my artist. Oh no, boy, you know that ass super fat.
Nah. Is she the one who sang? I said, ooh, baby.
Yeah.
It's trash.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not trash.
I
don't like that song.
My way to listen to Sexy Red.
Don't hit your ears.
I listen to Sexy Red all the time. I think that you people are underestimating her as an artist. I think she's a really good artist. You see, you have to go past. No, you have to go past the fact that you think she sounds a certain way or she looks a certain way. It's ratchet music. That's what they like to call it. But then the people there will fuck with that sound. Like, it's like here, when you hear the Gamashi people singing there. You see, me, I don't like songs like that. Yeah. I don't like songs that it is like, hey, we have to dance and dirty ourselves like that. I don't like songs like that. So if I hear it, I'm more likely to like maybe.
What was she trying to do on that song? I said, ooh,
what song is that though?
You're my everything. I'm your main babe.
Was it the one with Drake? Was it the one with Drake?
It's Drake on that. I don't even remember. So I do not remember. Before we mentioned Sexy Red, I was trying to get to a point with Ice Spice. Yeah. Ice Spice has a feature. I'm so sad that I cannot remember that song because I think I tweeted about it. But it is the only time that I have heard an artist use Ice Spice. His Ice Spice sound like properly. Like that was the first time I heard. I was like, no, this artist used Ice Spice the way Ice Spice is supposed to be using.
Which act was that? Which artist are you talking about?
I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'll have to search my Twitter to see if I'll find the tweet. But if I can find that song, right? Anytime I hear that song, I'm like, this is what Ice Spice should be doing more of, not what she has been doing. Because then I feel like that collaboration brought out like the best in here. Let's bring it down to Ghana and let's use our emerging artists. A Sylphie. When A Sylphie first started dropping music, we know how she had a certain sound. Do you listen to A Sylphie?
I know of her, but I don't.
But you don't really know her. Yeah. Do you know A Sylphie's music? Yeah. The beginning when she was doing Krokrome, those songs, like she had, when she first dropped her first song, I remember people on Twitter were telling her it wasn't really good and stuff.
Yes, I was there.
Yes.
I was at the first concert. I tweeted about it, videos and everything. I did a whole thread for her.
Lovely. But then I heard A Sylphie on a song by Dread W. Dread W put her on some so sweet, it's so sweet. So that's I'm a piano song. And when I heard it, I'm like, this is a good collaboration. Yeah. He brought out like
a different
side of her. And I'm like, this is how she should be applying her voice in her music most of the time. And I think maybe she's learned from that because then now like her songs are like really good now. Like it's really come a long way. But collaborations, you see, that's the thing. What I'm trying to say about the collaborations, that sometimes you have to collaborate to be able to find what works for you.
Yeah.
sometimes it's a collaboration with someone that's going to bring out a side of you that you
Invest in
didn't
you.
know. Yeah. Because artists make music all the time. You know, when you're an artist and then you make music and then you're in the studio and then you're recording your song and then your two best friends are there and the producer is, and every day, oh my God, the song is fire. Oh my God, the song is fire. They'll keep hyping you that the song is fire and the song is fire and the song is fire all the time, and you keep making it and you don't know what you are capable of until you go and meet another artist. You work with the artist. You allow the artist to maybe like direct you. I know Tolu Daddy stopped making music. Like, you're a perfect example. Tolu Daddy, when you are recording with him, like he tries to like direct you a little. And then when he does that, through that, maybe you find out that, oh, when I sing like this or when I do things like this, it works. And Sylvia, as an example again, when she made music with Kwame Yesu, they dropped a song together. Some rap song, hip hop song. That's probably when Sylvia realized that, oh, I'm actually not a bad rapper. She dropped Prayed Up, and now she has been nominated on 3 music awards. Like, you get for that song, for Prayed Up. And I wish you would do more hip hop songs. If you can see this, drop more hip hop songs.
Interesting.
I like that. So between artists producing a song that resonates with the audiences, do you think chemistry really matters? How important is
Very
is
important to
I
me.
think in terms of like the stuff I like to listen to, I think it's very important.
chemistry?
Yeah, very, very, very important.
What do you think about Terminator with Long John? You say Young John. The remix.
To be honest, I don't really like that song in general. So I don't really know about the remix or the original version. I never really was crazy about Terminator, if I'm being honest.
What?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm more of an R&B guy. I'm not really into the dancing stuff.
But
so
you are a music enthusiast.
oh yeah, true, but I do have my bias.
But he has his preferences.
Yeah.
My argument for that song is that I don't know, young John, maybe King Promise just wanted to get into the Nigerian space.
But I think at that time too, he had some song Aquafina and Amapiano sort of record. It was doing well.
Yeah,
So
Young
maybe
John.
it
So
was
he decides to that remix, I think they could have done without it. That it wasn't memorable to me. It's not memorable. It didn't really add on anything.
So
unless maybe I go to Nigeria right now and then I hear them playing the song. Because I remember when I went to Nigeria last year, it was Blacko's song with Burna Boy. That was what I heard on radio. So I assumed, okay, maybe King Promise also wants them to play me because Young John is on it. I don't know how well they did over there, but I think he really could have done without that feature.
Yeah.
Okay, have you guys seen a collaboration where the lack of chemistry actually affected the impact of the music?
Collaboration with the lack of chemistry.
Like, say, Charlie, like this song will blow up, but this collab has actually...
I think you'll find out more within like the alternative and then the emerging artist scene, because then the way music consumers are
I
right
think I have an
now.
example. Thames and J. Cole.
Oh my God, no. Don't tell me that was terrible.
Okay, well, in terms of like blowing, but I think they had chemistry on the song, but
Yeah, they did.
I was expecting it to like be like the biggest song on the album.
Thank you. So that's where music consumers come in. Because music consumers will make a song blow just because maybe the artist is popular. Or you see Thames projects like this, right? I saw some Nigerians complain a little because they couldn't really like the sound. You get it? So then now the songs that are popular of it are the
Love Me Jeje.
the ones with the Afrobeat feel on it.
Yeah.
But if I can't use this to measure, because then when I go on TikTok and then I see people using the Thames and J. Cole, it is the Americans. Do you understand? They are the ones who are fucking with that sound. So sometimes the consumers too, they can be the ones who listen to the music.
Yeah, I think it was a good record, but I was expecting it to be like big.
So I think it all boils down to business. It's business now. Tapping into each other's market.
Thames is on RCA. I think if they could have marketed it for it to be big.
Maybe they'll get there. Because sometimes you notice some artists, they deliberately, they drop a project and then you see that they are intentionally pushing one record.
Yeah.
Then another time you see that they are intentionally pushing another. So maybe they haven't gotten around to that, because a bit times we know that she can milk the hell out of.
Okay, so do you guys think collaboration is more critical in today's music industry as compared to the past? Like, is it
in this streaming age? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll use the word critical. in this streaming age where I don't know. I mean, in this streaming age, it's more of like a trade sort of, like, let's do this, we'll get these numbers. You know, if your numbers is good, you can present it to like a label. Just say, I need this type of advance and stuff. So yeah, I think it's critical, I guess.
In this modern time, or in this period, collaborations are connected to business.
Yeah.
It has to be strategic. Anytime you want to do a collab, you think about what the other person is going to add onto it. But back then, I think they were moving purely on chemistry.
Yeah, and creativity.
Because yes, that is why our songs, some of our popular songs, you'd hear someone's voice on it, and then the person's not even a popular artist.
Yeah,
it's just some girl who can sing, and then it fits. You see, Daddy Lumba, all those people they put on. Wonderful collaborations, but purely based on chemistry.
I forgot
nothing to do with
Daddy Lumba's records.
The girl,
Tina or something.
Yes, Tina.
So in this new age, it's all about what you bring to the table when it comes to collaboration.
Yeah, in terms, I mean, and now since like our market has been like, there's an influx of majors and stuff, you are always trying to make sure your numbers are good.
Yeah.
If collabing with someone can boost your numbers, to be honest, I'm pretty sure like Blacko featured Berna, even though Berna made the track, it was more like just to make the song bigger.
Yes, that's very true.
So do you think the business side of collaboration has really affected the music industry right now?
Right now?
You think?
Very much.
This new age?
I mean, if you're honest with, in terms of like your business and stuff, I don't think it should be like a bother. But, like now people are using split sheets and stuff. So, I don't know.
It's not bad. But me, I think it has ruined music. Because then now people are focused more on what the feature can bring to the table rather than the fact that we will make a good record together.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's also a good thing because now music people are seeing it as a whole business as compared to a hobby or something like that. But people are seeing this as a whole business. So they're thinking about what they can get in the near future or what they can get when the song blows. I think it makes sense.
And that's why we are getting trash music.
But when I say it's trash, don't come and blame me.
Yeah, that's why we are getting a lot of trash music. I think charts have ruined things for music. Like music is no longer, I am inspired and I want to make music, like some amazing music and just put it out there. Right now, when I come to, even when an artist is recording, I'm sure someone is there right now busy thinking, say, hey, I will make the hook sound like the Terminator so that it can be.
Everything
do you understand?
Sounds the same
it affects creativity is supposed to be free flowing. You should allow it to just flow freely. But then now we are blocking it with labels and then money from labels and then charts and all these. It's good, but it's affecting the quality of music.
Markets.
So let's move to creative arts protection.
Okay.
How do you protect your work when it comes to collaboration for creatives? Like, how do you protect it?
How do you protect your work?
Get a lawyer. Everybody get a lawyer.
Before you even start crying.
Add lawyers to your teams, artists.
I think as an artist, I think you should also do yourself justice by also learning about because there's a lot of information there now. Like, you can go online and learn about the music business and how things are working, the deals people are signing, so learning about publishing.
Be knowledgeable so that you don't go somewhere and then now you're like, learn, just Google, read, and find a lawyer.
I think now artists have to leverage more than back then.
So what are some of the common contract clauses that you think every artist should know about before they even enter into it?
I think just based on like some small reading I've done. Even like recently, I was watching Charlemagne's interview with Big Sean, and he was talking about auditing clauses. Because I think Kanye was owing Big Sean like some $6 million or something. So
he was signed to his label.
Yeah, he was signed to his label. And like he was already making more money off Big Sean than he himself, but yet still he was still owing him. I think after they had done some auditing and stuff, he was still owed $6 million. So I think you should know about that. Management, sort of, you should know about that. Like licensing, you should know about even ownership, like you owning your stuff and like the duration of the deal you're signing. I think, yeah, you should be very alert sort of in that field. Yeah.
Always know, like, before you sign any deal, like, find out who owns the song. Like, you have to find out who owns the song. If you can split, like, find out what the percentages are. And find out where your money is going to.
Who is even collecting your money?
Yes, because there are like organizations and things that like do the royalty collections and stuff. Find out, don't just go and sign to the label. Find out where the money is going so that you can, like, there can be some accountability. Most of the time, most of the time, right? I know that when artists, like, especially their distribution deals and things, they just, okay, sure, and then they sign and then they let everything go and they don't ask questions. So there are some artists there right now, or there are some, let me say, maybe there are some labels there now that are taking some artists' monies. And then the artists are just blissfully unaware and they are just moving around. Yes. They don't know where the money is going. Like me, they are sika biya anymore, but sika womu ena eko obiho. So yeah, ask questions all the time.
Okay. Can you guys give examples of something like that happening? Like an artist entering into something they didn't know of and later
a collab or a deal?
A collab.
I actually wanted to use Therese as an example because like her act, Molly. I think in 2022
with Amari, right?
Amari, there was a back and forth about splits. I think she said she wrote 80% of the song, sort of, or that whole thing that went down. I don't know the ins and outs of the in 2022
with,
it was big on Twitter.
I saw that. I didn't want to mention it because I don't have the details.
Even like we can use this whole
as a cowboy.
The guy who sued Drake about that whole, I don't know, sampling or Bravo and like some
here in Ghana, yes, it was the killer cup black or something like that.
Like just in terms of like splits and stuff.
I think something like that happened with the Asaka Boys. I think Okenet and
Slim Kid.
Slim Kid. I don't really have the details or know the details. So
you see, the thing is, we know, Anthony, you work in music. You sit. Have you sat in studio sessions with artists before?
Yeah.
You know that, like, sometimes asking those questions, like, it feels like it belongs, because then if I meet you right now in the studio, we catch a vibe and then we record a song. It's like, it's dope stuff. Let's say Amari and Molly, right? If I were Molly, Amari wants to record a song, like, fuck yes. Yeah. Like, yes, let's do this. Sometimes we just catch the vibe and then we let the flow go. Sometimes we really don't think about what the song could be. So then we are just happy to be. And we assume that, the bigger artists will spoil there for me. Like, let's say Slim Kid and Kenneth. Like, if anything, I'm sure that maybe they felt like, last year I said, "Baby, secret, you better, like, you better, you understand me. I recorded a thing together." But human beings are human beings.
I think I was watching an interview. Sarkodie was talking about, he was in the recording studio with a girl called Agnes Mo. She's quite big in the European countries. And I think she was recording with Chris Brown, and there were people back there kind of like just calculating who's putting the most effort and stuff, just to know how to split the, like,
do the split,
do the split and stuff. Actually, there are people in the back scene just kind of like watching and calculating stuff.
Kanye does this thing, right? And I think it's a common thing in some country, I've forgotten where, but then if you are in a studio session and you don't even contribute anything, maybe they to do everything, you're like, put over there.
You get some.
You are entitled to a percentage because you contributed to the creative process. So the best thing for artists to do, actually, to make sure that they handle all of these things, is to get a manager who will push for this. Go and record the song. Go and record it. Let them finish and say that, hey, we have a banger. This song can become a hit song. And then let your manager go and follow up. Because then sometimes, right, you see, like, for producers like this, they might take money for their production, but there might still be the need for some percentage. Like, those are things that you need to talk about and hash over. most of the big artists outside, there are plenty songs that we will never hear just because they didn't finish the conversation on like the splits, or they feel like the splits are not.
I think there's a guy that worked on Stoneboy's and Loga Junction. I've forgotten his name, and he did a song for Rangtown. And I think Rangtown paid like an upfront fee, but in terms of like the composition and stuff, he was deserved like some percentage and stuff. Rangtown didn't do it. And I think he told his publishers, and they took the song down. So if you know your stuff, I don't think you even be bothered in terms of like who's trying to rob you and stuff. Yeah.
So what you guys talking about the contributors to a song, no? How do you think the royalties are divided if there are multiple contributors to a song?
I mean, if you read about it, in terms of like if they are calculating the split, it should add up to 100%.
100, yeah.
So if it's like just two people, it can be split 50-50 based on the efforts that was put in creating the song. So and I think everyone in there you need to make sure like you have your publishing sorted. If you have that thing sorted, you won't even need to sit down to calculate it. It will be handled for you, basically.
And it's like they're like the ownership, the song different your masters.
Yeah.
There's like I'm the artist who recorded the song, therefore I own the masters. Yeah. Then there's the
mechanical people.
Yes, they record the production or the producer, then the songwriting. You see those
the
things.
Composition and stuff.
Different. So there are different ownership. There's different things you can own, and then there's a way on a song, and then there's a way you calculate. There's no fixed percentage that producer is supposed to take this or this person is supposed to take this, but then it's a negotiation. So if let's say you pay a songwriter, say, as a songwriter or as a producer, I'm giving you some amount of, the songwriter or the producer can say that, okay, you know what, you songwriters usually they take their credits, but then the producers, they are the ones who end up like that. They will take like an amount of money. Okay, you know what? Pay me $2,000, but then I want like 5% of this thing. Then it's like, okay. Then when the song comes out, when royalties come out, you get something. That's why there was a
time Street Beat was kind of like chasing Sarkodie for Adonai, because I think Sarkodie only paid for like upfront fee, but after he sorted his publishing out, he was also chasing for like the percentage of the song because he was part of the composition of the song.
Okay, so do you guys think there should always be a legal representation when you're doing collaboration with other artists, like a legal representative? Like
always no, but always no, because if you have your business dealings sorted out, you won't need to like have someone in the studio just to kind of like, because after you're done recording, you're going to submit it to your majors for them to like distribute and stuff. Yeah. So if you have your business sorted out, it's not like a necessity. But if you don't, and you're like an independent act sort of, you need to kind of like have handlers in your recording sessions, just to like, you know.
And I think for collaborations too, it depends. If I have a song and I'm doing a remix, me as an artist, like I'll rather pay the artist for a remix, yes, than to try to talk about splits and things, because then original song, no, you are coming to add some so the Jessica be na sell homame.
So would you guys recommend the lawyer reviewing every contract when it comes to collaboration?
Hey, Papa.
Collaboration. I guess so, but I don't know if it's a necessity. Like I said, if you have your business sorted out, you wouldn't need lawyers in your recording sessions. But if you don't, I think it will be in your best interest to have lawyers around you.
Not recording sessions, like collaboration contracts.
Anytime there's a document, I think anytime there's have a lawyer review it, because sometimes you think you understand the language, but sometimes it's not straightforward like that.
Do you have a lawyer?
I don't have a lawyer, but I have access to lawyers.
Oh, yes.
Do you have a lawyer?
Nah, bro.
Wow.
You know, these things, you talk about it all the time, but then when it comes to the practice, it is not the same.
To be fair, I don't make music, so I don't think,
So how do you protect your intellectual property when it comes to collaboration? Like, do we always have to involve lawyers?
Always, so Charlie, if you want to do the thing right. It won't happen all the time,
But to avoid
But it is, you see, it is best to do. Let me tell you something. It has nothing to do with the copyright thing, but let me tell you. So I manage a DJ, right? And the biggest issue we have right now is that when people want to book the DJ and he redirects them to me, they become some way. Oh, why they connect me to your manager? Why you not go free talk
with
to
having
me?
a management?
Yeah.
Yes, that's just how it is. It's because we are used to things being a certain way. It took there was actually like a little fight with some people that he had to go and play at. Like I had to argue with them on it, and the person's partner was the one who understood and called me aside and was like, you know what, Meg, I understand what you people are trying to do. And he's not Ghanaian. He was like, I understand what you people are trying to do, and I think it is perfect. That is what everyone should be doing. But it is unfortunate, like you just have to keep going through that uncomfortable means for it to get well. So you see this like this, right? For the artists, they'll say that artists where they all kind of finishing too much. Oh yeah, they say way too much. But that is how it should be. You see, Benna, there's nothing you want to do with Benna Boy that you can go and record with Benna. Benna will record, you'll be excited, but his mommy, his sister, the lawyer,
Clearing the music.
they'll come. Yes, after that you talk at the back.
Handlers.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened with Kim Promise and Burna Boy. Mado.
Yeah.
Burna Boy was on that song. I think it
clearance.
leaked. Yeah,
I don't think it was more of like a collab issue. It's
collab
like
issue.
clearing the song because he's on a major. I mean,
What she
Kim Promise
said,
also
Burna
was
Boy
on a major.
he will record a song with you, but getting it out there, no, that's the problem.
Sometimes the clearance,
It's a clearance
the
issue.
label, they have to. But sometimes when I come home, because if you don't
the
figure
clearance
out the
costs money.
splits and shit,
The clearance costs money. Probably it's like around 100K or something. Maybe you can promise you at that point in time, he's not willing to spend that amount. You know?
So, what advice would you guys give to emerging artists about
You know what? I want
collaboration?
to dial you back to like the last point.
Okay.
In terms of like having lawyers, come to think of it, because this guy has been bashing Sarkodie on Twitter. This Nigerian act Sarkodie featured on like some 1 million CDs record. I've forgotten the guy's name. He's like he was kind of, I don't know, I've forgotten the guy's name.
is he
so
Nigerian? I
something
feel
like-
like
Yeah, he's
somebody always
Nigerian.
has these issues.
And he's been kind of like tweeting about it. Like I've not gotten my splits, whatever. So I think for him, he's also an independent act. So if he had like a lawyer there at that point in time, maybe it would have been sorted out. So I think it's important.
Now, back to my main question. Do you think it is important, or what advice would you give emerging artists concerning collaborations?
To be very honest, I think as an emerging act, in this current dispensation, you need to know about the music industry. You need to learn about it. Even me, just an enthusiast as a listener, I'm able to kind of like dig up some information. So if you're in the music scene, you should kind of like learn about it and know how to go out in terms of like featuring acts. You know, if the act is on a major, you are probably in trouble if you don't have like your business and your knowledge sorted out. Because everyone is out to cheat you. That's facts.
That's one thing you have to put at the back
In
of your
the in the music business, I mean, like if you Diddy was owning people's publishing like in perpetuity. That means you won't get it forever. He has it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So you need to kind of like learn about it.
Meg,
My
advice for
advice to
emerging
emerging act, I'll say that always have the conversations, always have the difficult conversations. Don't let, if you get the opportunity to feature or to work with a big act, don't let the excitement over you. Ask questions. If they are doing some writing camp somewhere, they say come and record, and then now you see that the music is out, and they like always ask questions. Try to find out what is in it for you. If you think that you need a lawyer now, then you get the lawyer. I know, what's her name? There's this girl on Twitter, ABS, is it ABS law or something? I know she does entertainment law.
Okay.
You can reach out to
Is she
those
Nigerian?
people, and no, she's Ghanaian.
Okay.
She's called, she's very funny on Twitter.
If you're blue,
Yeah.
Oh, she's a
that's-
lawyer.
If you're blue.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I follow her ABS
that's
entertainment
my
law
friend.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So okay, it's Kojo Junior, but then
Yeah.
have conversations, because I understand that as an emerging act, it's not everything that you're going to say, oh, okay, I want royalties for this or I want split. sometimes maybe you understand that, okay, this partnership, it will give me some benefit. Like, really look at it and see how it is going to be beneficial to you. Ask questions. If you see that it's not going to be beneficial to you in any way, find a way for it to be. Yeah. And then work on that.
Meg, when we started this conversation, you were saying something about when you enter into a studio with some people, they try to coach you small on what you do to bring the best out of you. How, if as an emerging artist, how do they maintain their identity, their voice, their everything about them when they started?
First off, as an artist, you should have that before you move.
Yeah, I think it's really about you.
Most artists, like, they are just flowing with it. Like, hey, I know how to sing, so then they just start to sing. But then if you sing, what do you want to make, and can you make sure that you toe that direction? Always be in that direction. When you do that, it is easy for people to like identify who you are, identify your sound, and then it even makes it easier for you to get collaborations, because then you get collaborations that, and if you are doing everything, it's difficult. Like, unless I see your potential and see how that can add to my music. And A&Rs, I don't really always see what A&Rs really do here in Ghana. But then they don't really do that. They just pitch together. Oh, I know you and I know you. Okay, come and make the song. Yeah. But if you have your identity and you know that this is the kind of music that I want to make. This is the direction that I want to go. This is how I want to be making bangers. I want songs that it will go on radio. So then I'll be making songs that sound mainstreamish, so that people will come in. Aradeje, you can see that he has.
I love that guy. Before you continue, that guy is so good. I love his music. I'm not even going to. Hey, Aradeje, now he's good. He's good. He has this song. I always listen to it in the morning.
You know.
I'm trying to remember the song
he has.
Is it a Sankofa?
Not Sankofa.
You're a music head fan.
Oh, Aradeje, Jesus. No.
Which one? Is it a recent song?
No, not Salavi. It's a recent song.
Because he released an album like recently.
Only be Adam Fue Maba. 4 pesos me about the intimani. Like, that song is so. I want you guys to listen to it. I've forgotten.
To be honest with you, like, I think I heard that guy in past and I was like, who is that guy? I think whenever like I hear a song, I'm like, yo, who is that? I kind of like know like the person is special.
You can immediately tell.
You can tell.
Because then I won't say that I sit in the house and then I listen to his music all the time. Yeah. But if, let's say, I'm in a room and then I need to find an artist for some kind of sound, if I hear the sound that he's supposed to be, I would know immediately, because then he's kind of defined that just by the direction that he's going. Me, when I hear about an artist, I don't immediately jump on the artist that, hey, the artist is good, it's true. Sometimes I just observe and watch and see how, like, their subsequent releases, a project. I like projects. That's when I'm able to tell that, okay, you really have a proper direction depending on how your music is here. So then when I notice that, then I'm like, okay, this is your path, this is the direction you're going. Now I can watch you and see if you'll be able to move in that direction. Or as somebody who works in the music street, I'll be able to say, okay, I can help you and push you in this direction to support you. So
Meg, you're trying to say, it's a musical, you're on the streets.
Musically, are they streets rough?
Okay. The same question. How do emerging acts protect their sound and everything, like their uniqueness?
I watched an interview.
Interviews,
yeah, like I like to.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I watched an interview from the weekend. He was talking about like you need to make sure you put yourself in your music. Like, your music needs to reflect you, so that like you stand out. Because even as an emerging act, if you come onto the scene and like there's something special about you, people will chase you rather. You won't go out to be chasing major acts for features and stuff. So I think you need to be like in tune with yourself and what you want to do. Like, you need to be very forward thinking. So yeah, just don't just recall like this is what's in vogue. So let me just do this. Let me just kind of like put yourself in the music.
Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to add to what you're saying. You see, when you have it like that, when the artists have it like that, then it's easy to figure out your brand.
Yeah.
How to easy. Dress up, how to show up to certain places, and even the kind of people you collaborate with. Because I just remember this very important, serious issue. There's nothing worse than an artist collaborating with another artist, and then the person you featured, they do not support you in any way in their promotion and stuff.
Song.
Do you understand? If you know the way your work ethic is and stuff, and you feature someone, it's nice when that person is also able to like contribute. Like, okay, the song has released. Hey, go, Je m'appelle. I don't know if you people noticed Je m'appelle featuring Davido.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe later he posted or something.
With what?
But
Dakoba is in-
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, but I know you say you be baddest.
It felt like David wasn't really like promoting
Yes,
the song.
but that song was really
It was
good.
actually very good.
Very good song, wonderfully well written, serious banger. But Davido didn't really put himself in there.
Yeah.
And that's on a
project.
large scale, so people don't really notice. They'll think, okay, he was supposed. But for the emerging actor, I know that they have this issue a lot, where the features, because then as an emerging actor, you don't really have numbers, or an alternative music artist, you don't really have numbers. So you will want to feature somebody that's going to help you make your numbers go up. But if you slack and then you go and feature someone just because, you see, when you don't look at all the other things, like me, I know the direction I'm going. You in that direction? Okay, come. They'll drop the song with you and they'll ignore it and then they'll leave it and then
whenever you watch interviews about like how a song is made, most times like a song that kind of like it's big. Like recently, what Drake dropped 100 gigs, and he was talking about having something with a girl and how they made Hotline Bling and stuff. They're kind of like when you look back now, kind of like you get why the song became big. Sort of like there's effort in trying to make the song, not just about. Let's do a song. Sometimes you have a convo with an act, you talk life experiences, then kind of like you find like some semblance between you guys, then go on to make nice songs.
That's so good. This has been very informative and very, 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 very good conversations.
Entirely.
I don't even know what to say right now. I've enjoyed this conversation. I'm not even going to as I said, this is Plays Right podcast, and I've been here with Anthony and Meg. Meg, we still want to know the Meg.
OMG, it's Meg the Stallion, Meg the Badass, Meg, just Meg.
Okay.
I don't think I have a choice, Anthony.
Yeah,
so I've been here with Anthony and Meg. Do you guys have anything you want to say? Your last remarks, so we move.
Last remarks. I don't know.
I don't know. That's his last remarks. Meg, don't say Meg the Stallion. Don't say oh my MG.
I was going to say send fans because my last is send fans.
So guys, it's been nice talking to you guys, and hopefully I see you guys again. I'm your host, Kojo Jr., and this is Plays Right podcast. Bye guys.